Hi, happy Friday. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. My name is Lori. I'm also known as Cy Moon. And yes, this is my channel. Today is my birthday and this is for the weekend. We're going to go ahead and pull a fairy oracle and then we'll do a few cards of tarot of the spirit world to get a idea of where the energies are. We'll go in like an immediate past, present, and future just for the weekend. All right, just to see where we're all at according to the full moon that is today in Scorpio, along with the lunar eclipse that's leading us into the weekend. It's going to be a great time this weekend, I guarantee it. So far, it's been a beautiful day. I hope you're feeling guided. Don't forget to set your crystals out tonight to have them charged and make some moon water so that you can enjoy some more rose tea with it and, you know, maybe drink a little, put it in your bath, whatever it is. Just remember to invite the moon into your heart tonight, okay? To guide you always. Just as she affects the sea, she affects us. Ask her to show you the true joys within your heart, the true blessings that come when you follow the divine. The Lord your God, Father Sky, Mother Earth, Gaia, Gia, however you wish to say it. Dark moon, maturation, growing up, introspection, knowing yourself. Well, how appropriate to draw this card on the day of a lunar eclipse. Imagine that, to have that energy follow us into the weekend and to have this blessing, this fairy oracle come to us now. Let's go ahead and read it. And yes, of course, picture in picture. Let's go ahead and look at the dark moon card. Well, to me, it seems very appropriate. But let's go ahead and read, shall we? The dark moon for 5/5, the lunar eclipse and the weekend following. Here we go. This very being seems shrouded in deep contemplation, crooked in the cradle of a darkening moon from the northern hemisphere perspective. A dark air of regret swirls about her. This sad being represents the darkening, the time we self-assess, and like her, grapple with understanding our response to a real test. She feels withdrawn, very young, very childlike, raw and untried. This is no failure of hers. She is facing the sadness that can lie within, asking the difficult question. On her head curl the horns of the ram show that she is the fairy being, one who has been brave and headstrong, and who for a time has stepped back to unfamiliar territory, that of questioning of the self. She is the one of the few of her kind left, and her dilemma is that of feeling isolated and winnowed out, of being treated unjustly. She faces a quiet kind of extinction and knows that whatever she chooses to do now will determine her fate. And so she takes this time to ponder and to sit and to understand before acting. She is both masculine and feminine, her horns indicating many years of being on the earth, as they are mature, thick, and heavily curling. She has survived on little over the years and asked only to keep going, but now it seems she faces a real threat and must take steps to not only survive herself, but to ensure that those like her continue on. From this dark time of deep contemplation, she will emerge and come out again into the world with strength, determination, and knowledge. She will flourish again, but for now it is the time of the dark night of the soul, and it is necessary and good, for of it wisdom will be born, and her kind will live wild and free once again. We're going to go into the divinatory meanings. Interestingly, this can be interpreted as a menopausal card for women, or one of seeming bad news, bringing about change as their moon times move to darkening. It is a time for understanding the frailties of the self and understanding the wisdom your years on this earth have taught you, knowing that there is nothing that can be done at this time, knowing that you need to understand where you are responsible for the current situation. Learning and taking ownership of responsibility will create freedom and new opportunities. Move through this and feel renewed, alive, and as though your own personal evolution is finally underway. It will never be too late. The test and the subsequent wisdom make this life here so worthwhile and will create your beautiful legacy for generations to come. You will rise up from this as the phoenix is reborn from the ashes, just as the moon will wax and grow full once again. Have hope, but do spend time in contemplation. And I have to tell you, it couldn't come at a better time, knowing that we have the lunar eclipse going into Scorpio during Taurus season, to know that roles are reversing, that it truly is time to intertwine the divine masculine and the divine feminine, just as the rose card that we pulled yesterday stated. They're both so very important, and it's time to honor the sacred within both, or both within us. And on this night, tonight, when everything gets turned upside down during the full moon with the lunar eclipse, Taurus can then look inward to the things that they need to let go of, that's so hard for them to let go of. And Scorpio can finally look to the outside, like Taurus normally does. They can reverse roles and truly begin to shine for one another, especially on today, 5-5. For 5-5 truly does mean transformation and change, all in a positive nature. I mean, what a glorious card to get, the dark moon. Now, yes, I am older, and maybe there are many of us who's already been through the change of life, but transformation happens in so many ways. And if you are approaching the change and you have things going on and you're experiencing your own transformation of sorts, take heart and know that everything works out and it passes. And you will start to understand the feelings that are stirring within your heart. And you'll begin to understand your connection even more. And you'll begin to understand how important it is for you to tell your story and shine your light, no matter how neglected and alone you've felt, alone within this world. It's time to shine again and tell your truth for all to hear. All right, yep, I'm crying again. It makes sense, right? We'll get this other card here because they're telling me they want this one read too. But for right now, we're going to pull a few cards of Tarot of the Spirit World, which looks more at our addictions, our compulsions, desires, things like that. Guilty pleasures, whatever it is. Those things that we don't normally talk about. Tarot of the Shadow World looks deep within your heart and soul and pulls them out and tells us what they are, even though we might be trying to hide them. So let's just pull a few cards, shall we? We have the Knave of Pentacles in the immediate past energies, doing our work, listening to Spirit. In the present moment, some of us are feeling a death, as if the work was too hard, as if it was too much. But don't worry, it's the lunar eclipse. Everything's supposed to be turned upside down right now. It all equals out afterwards, don't you worry. Let's go ahead and take a look at the future. Beginning again, the Fool. To begin again with the knowledge and with who you are when you step in to that full moon power on the 5th tonight. I know this is for the weekend and you'll probably see it on Saturday, but step into your power. This full moon will last for a few days, the energy, and it wants you to step into who you are, to shed the old, accept the new, and start your new journey. Absolutely. Go ahead and just pull. You're going to do so by speaking the truth that only you know. The Ace of Swords, to begin again, to speak of your journey and the things that you've learned upon your life or upon this earth or upon your journey to to the astral realm, to the ethereal realm, through soul flight and dream flight, and astral projection, all the way to the scrolls of time, to seek the answers for others and yourself. And they want you to know that you don't have to worry so much about somebody coming in to steal all the things that you've amassed. And you can let your guard down just a little bit. Your morals are just fine. You're not being challenged in any way to do anything against your morals. They just want you to open up your heart to understand the magic that's around you. The spirit of the Fae, the Tuatha De Danann, our family, my family, your family, Rose's true guardians and family, all of us, if we just work with her, the true Rose. No more secrecy, no more bullshit, no more lurking or hiding in the dark. It's time for the shadows to come into the light and be purified once more by the love of the divine, so that we can all truly finally shine and share with one another the things that we've learned and tell the stories of old once more, and truly begin to shine from our hearts, from deep within, as we connect to the earth, the moon, the stars, Father Sky, and Mother Earth. Absolutely. All right, it is the Justice card. Justice will always prevail for us as children of the divine. True justice will always come to light. Always. We're going to go ahead and read this card now. It's shimmer, glamour, confidence, allure, charisma. Let's go ahead and read it. 39. Well, I don't know why, but I'm not one to argue with my angels. Shimmer. And yes, of course, picture in picture. Glamour is a very magical ability to draw down around you and draw forth from within you the ability to gently shapeshift or cast a glamour about you. 'Tis the ability to shake off the dust of the road after a long day's travel and walk into the presence of the Fairy King, standing tall and regal, with beauty as your mantle. It is not, as is often painted, a false or untrue representation of self. It is a convergence of your higher self with your outward appearance, and it is extremely powerful and positive in terms of negotiating your personal power. So when you come into the presence of this fairy, in her court, on her throne of stone, stand tall and be who you are at your highest potential. Close your eyes for a moment and see yourself being sprinkled with fairy dust from head to foot, and from within yourself, see this golden light awaken and radiate out. Stand tall and strong, and walk with deliberation and care. Meet the glances of people fearlessly, and with belief in your own power and warmth and worth. Be warm. Meet the glances of people fearlessly, with belief in your own power and worth. Be warm and be strong. And when we do this, we come from a position of personal truth and strength, rather than from a belief in our fatigue, our age, our infirmities, our injustices. We come from a place that Vivian, the great fairy queen of Babylon, would have worked with when walking into the court of Camelot to represent the old ways. Know who you are, and then bring that forth. That is the true meaning of powerful glamour. When you invoke this power, all who see you will stop, share with you their attention, their respect, their time. And you, in turn, will do it for those who have found that power within themselves, too. The glamour is also a wonderful art for those of us whose feelings and thoughts are there for all to see upon our faces. When we wish to remain mysterious, call upon the glamour. Draw her down and forth and remain within your own self. kind of like fake it till you make it, but not really. You're just calling upon your divine essence to give you the information and the security and power that you need at that time. Let's go ahead and read the divinatory meaning. You will soon be spending time with others who lead you to believe you are less than. Be aware that in order to counteract the egoic tendencies to go into our own faults, you may draw upon the fairy power of glamour and draw around you the cloak of enchantment. This will help you protect yourself from your own tendencies to submit to fear and sometimes not handle yourself as beautifully as you are able. The fairy power of glamour is yours to be called upon. It will change your appearance ever so slightly. You will be more beautiful, your hair will be longer, more lustrous, your eyes will be larger and shine more, and your skin will be dewy. You will carry your body with grace and honor, and you will radiate warmth and respect for yourself and for others. When this power is upon you, all will be drawn to you, and the glamour will get you through many a tough meeting. It's very powerful for when we need to ask for something from those in perceived authority. Your fey appearance may also be emphasized when you call upon the glamour. Well, that's a glorious thing, to call upon the strength that we need from within, our fairy essence, if you will, our fairy shield of glamour magic, to portray the things we wish for others to see, to encourage them and hold them up and help us stand strong in who we are, and to find the courage deep within to speak our truth when we need to, and not shy away out of fear, which we all have a tendency to do. You know, I was listening to Victor Odo earlier about on his full moon energy update, I want to say, and he was talking about how we put up walls when we become afraid and we don't allow that love or those people into our hearts. And all I could think was, how true. I do it myself. You know, I shut people out for fear of being hurt, because that's what I've been my entire life. It is a constant fight for me to allow people into my life, into my heart, and to truly allow them to see who I am on the inside. I've been doing it more and more, you know, over the years, but it's still hard, and it's still scary as fuck sometimes to let people see the real you, to allow them into your heart, to share with them the very essence of your being, you know, and face that possibility of heartache. Because when you truly open up your heart to care, you care immensely. At least I know I do. You know, and when I truly allow that loving tenderness to come out to those that are in my life, and I allow them in to see the secrets of my heart, I get very scared. We all do. And that's what he was talking about, still learning to tear down the walls or to bring those walls down. And I try every day. I look to my Father in heaven for love, Father Sky and Mother Earth. I look to my brothers and sisters, people that have come into my life, and I try very hard every day to stay involved, to stay connected, to allow them in my heart and face my fears. For my fears are great, and they are many. I got news for you. I am afraid every day that I will lose those that are close to me, that I love with all my heart and soul. I don't look forward to the day that I lose somebody that I love. I have felt so alone most of my life that it becomes very hard to allow others in for fear of that abandonment. And it's just time to allow all the walls to come down. Allow everything to flip upside down. And then step forward into who you are and speak your truth and be kind and considerate and show forgiveness and compassion to yourself and to others within your life. Take note of who you are today, and then look back in time to see how much you've changed. All right, I wish you the best of weekends. I truly do. I will have the week reading put out on Sunday, and it will go from Monday into the following Sunday. All right, bright blessings to you always. I wish you the best in life, and I truly hope you have a glorious weekend. Bright blessings and namaste. Bye-bye.